Well, you're right, obviously, that relating to is very broad, but it's hard to see where you stop. I mean, is it a butterfly effect? You know, the butterfly flaps its wings and it has the end result halfway around the world?
So the way this court has dealt with this problem in the preemption context, which we think is instructive here, is in one of two ways. So first, in one set of cases, like Morales, what you've said is that this is an easy case, there are going to be hard ones, and we leave those line drawing problems for another day. But of course, in the course of such an opinion, you would presumably explain why this is an easy case, namely that avgas, or that crude oil is the indispensable ingredient in avgas, and that the federal government itself recognized this link contemporaneously. And while I wouldn't want to suggest that those facts are somehow talismanic, in the ordinary course of common law adjudication, that is going to provide guidance to the lower courts in how to deal with it.
So you want us to do the same thing we did in the prior case and just say, well, there might be hard cases down the line, but we're not, I mean, how many times are we supposed to say that?
Sure, so that's option one of how to write the opinion. Option two is, I agree with what Mr. Clement said, which is you say what you said in Watson and what you've done in the ERISA context, which is if you want to try to put more meat on the bones, you look to the statutory history, the context, the objectives, and here this court has a deep body of precedent going back to 1880 that is explaining the objectives of federal officer removal. Most importantly, protecting the federal government from interference with its operations. And to operationalize that, I agree with Mr. Clement, what we would want to do is just ask, if the defendant had been enjoined at the time, would that have impaired his ability, interfered with his ability to assist the federal government? And here the answer to that question is obviously yes, when we are talking about the production of the indispensable ingredient in a critical military product, and when the federal government banned many of the specific practices respondents favor.
So could